All right, and welcome to the easiest way to set up project management for online creators. The software I'm going to show you in this tutorial is Monday.com. It's a project management software you can use just like Asana, Trello or Notion, but Monday.com has a few really cool features the others don't have. So when you type in Monday.com, the homepage should look something like this, and in the top right corner you can easily log in or create a new account by signing in with your email and a password. And after you've created your first account, it should look something like that. So what I want you to do next is to click the button Work Management in the left menu right here. And here you can choose from your workspaces. We're going to use our main workspace, and there are basically two ways to use Monday.com. The first one is to start a board completely from scratch, and the second one is to simply use a template, which is easier, faster, and sometimes even better than starting from scratch. But I want to show you both ways, and I personally think it's good to know how to start from scratch so you really know how to use the software. So for that, I'm gonna quickly delete that one right here so we have the same starting point together. So first of all, as I said, first of all is to use a template, and the second one start from scratch, and that's what we want to do. And after a few seconds, Monday.com is going to create like a basic simple template you can see right here, and we're going to start working from here. So there are two groups automatically created. You can easily rename them by just doing a double click to the name and saying, for example, this is John, our first freelancer who is working for us, and the second freelancer who is doing video editing, whatever, copywriting, whatever you want to do. His name is Ben, to make it easy and simple. The first group is colored in blue and the second one in purple. By the way, you can also rename the title of the whole board. For this tutorial, I'm going to use the example being a video editing agency, but of course what I'm going to show you, you can use also for other agency work or whatever you want to do. So first of all, you can see you have different columns in each group. For example, John, who's a freelancer working for us, we can assign a project to by I click like open for item 1. So this is a project. Let me quickly rename it like editing Instagram Reels. Here, write an update. I personally use that to just give him some instructions so he knows what to do. I can also add files if necessary that I find really useful. So you can see the first item is renamed Editing Instagram Reels. I'm going to quickly do that for item 2 and 3. So now we have 3 projects ready we assigned to John. Another cool feature is that we can easily add a new person to a project by just clicking here in the column person and invite a new member by email. It's really easy to use and very useful as well, but for this example we're just gonna click John, whatever it is. The next one is status. We can simply click on it and change it to done. For example, we have a nice funny animation right here, but we can also edit the label, like for example, I don't wanna, or let's say stuck, I wanna rename it as this one needs a revision. So this project right here needs a revision, and then we can, for example, click in the item where we got our instructions. So let's say revision 1 can be this, this, and that. Okay, I think you get the point. The next one is a date. I like to use that as a deadline. I do that by renaming it and say deadline for the project. And you can also see the little plus button to add another column. We can click on that, and here you can see we have so many different options how to use the software Monday.com. I'm going to show you a few of them. For example, priority I find quite useful by just giving a project a different priority. Can be, for example, high, this is medium, and this is low, whatever it is. Another one I want to show you is, for example, numbers, and we can use that as the pay, or like how much this freelancer gets paid for the different project. Let's say the first one is 180, the second one is 50, and the third one is 40, and it automatically gets summed up, and we can also use it as like euros, percentage, whatever. We're gonna do euros for now. I suggest just clicking through the different options right here, because you can use it in so many different ways to make it really individual just for your project. Another key feature of monday.com is the automation feature that you can use by clicking at the top right corner the button Automate, and here you have different options how to use it. You can go through. I'm going to use this example: when status changes to something, notify someone. I'm going to click Use Template, and it's really simple to use. I'm going to show you real quick. When the status, for example, we can also use priority because we added to our main table, but we're going to use status for now. When the status changes to, for example, done. So when a project is done, then please notify me with the message, let's say, hey, the project is done. And I'm gonna click done and create automation, and then you automatically get a notification when a project is done. I think that's a really cool and useful feature within monday.com. In the beginning of this tutorial, I mentioned that there are two ways to create a main board. The first one is to start from scratch, as we did right here, and the second one is to use a template. By the way, you can also easily drag and drop the different groups within your project. For example, if you want to have Ben first, you can just drag and drop Ben to the top, and also you can adjust the columns by just drag and drop the columns and to resize it. The next thing I'm going to show you is to use a template. We're going to click Add on the left hand side and add a new board. And now we're not going to start from scratch, but we're going to choose from templates. And here you can choose from, I would say, hundreds of templates. You can just also search for templates or use the different category. For this example, we're gonna use CRM, which is a very cool template to use and also full of different options. So if you want to use the software to the maximum and to really get the most out of it, it could look something like that. You can see there are so many different columns with so many informations. Like when you have a really big project you're working on and you want to assign many people to it, or so many different informations to it, you can simply use a template like this to make it easier and faster for you. Because this view is not the only one you can use. To get another perspective over your projects, you can click Add View and, for example, add a chart for your project, and automatically monday.com is going to do a chart for your project, and you can of course adjust it however you want the chart to be done. We can have a little forecast right here, which is quite useful to calculate your finances for this project, just to give you a quick example. Alright, that's it with this basic beginner tutorial. Please let me know in the comments how you use monday.com. That would be really interesting. So have fun using monday.com and see you in the next video.